Okay, all right. I think we are live. Welcome, everybody, back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host, Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host, finally, again, Dakota. What up, Dakota?
Dude, I didn't think I was going to be here, but let me just last minute drop back in before I'm gone for a minute. What's up, y'all? Dakota Drake 4 coming from the fucking Houdinisville of the road. Back in a hotel. This shit's getting old, but let's get something started, man. New Hampshire. I think this track is underrated. Let's go.
Let's do it. What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock, flag, and eagle.
It was like I was never gone.
Ugh, you sound terrible.
What happened?
You sound like glitchy.
Are you serious? It's because we went live, isn't it?
I guess so, yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Awesome.
I
This
still
is going
sound
to be
like
fun.
shit? I still sound like shit?
Yeah, you sound like a robot underwater. At least you do to me. Somebody comment if Dakota sounds like a robot underwater being
Damn
drowned,
it.
or if it's just me hearing that, which is possible.
Damn it.
But
What is all this shit? Oh shit. You still see me?
yeah.
I started clicking stuff. And don't click stuff.
Wait, sounded better for a second.
Oh,
Nope, you still sound like a
damn it.
robot being drowned.
Oh, let me click a couple. Keep talking.
God damn it.
It sounds like shit in the comments.
Yeah, they're saying you sound like
All right.
shit too.
All right, hold on. I'm clicking buttons.
This is what we get for trying to bring Dakota back on the road.
This is what I get. This is what I deserve every bit of this.
Well,
What
do
about
you
that?
have to? All right, say something now.
Do I sound better now?
No, you still sound like shit.
Damn it. I got a wild idea.
Snake Wife is disappointed in you.
Damn it.
To be fair, just so everyone knows, while we were prepping and getting ready for the episode, he didn't sound like this. It was the second I hit live is the only time.
I was going to say, did it sound better? Did it sound like this before we went live?
No.
Still sound like shit?
Yeah, it sounds terrible.
Do I dare log in on my phone?
I probably would do your phone.
All right, just give me 2 seconds. You just start the show. New Hampshire, baby.
Yeah, where's the intern? We need the show intern.
Yeah, hey, Luna. Damn it, don't make me miss her.
Yeah, so Dakota obviously is on the road once again, as he always is.
Unfortunately.
I was excited to get him back. Obviously,
I'm on the hotel Wi-Fi, so I mean.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably why. We had Colton Craymore on last week. That was a Thursday episode, so that was a late week episode. Went really well, but was excited to get my co-host back, Dakota, who's always on the fucking road, and this happens. So this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with Dakota once again. Sometimes you got to deal with Dakota to get Dakota on, and this is just part of it. So we'll see how long it takes him to come back. But I mean, even when he comes back, who knows? All right, here we go. We're gonna try it again.
Is that any better?
Yeah, it's much better.
What do the comments say?
Well, they haven't commented yet, but everyone's making fun of how bad you're on.
Well, story of my fucking life. Everybody's making fun of me. I don't know what to say. Thing is, I made sure everything was good to go. Now I'm like, how much battery's on my phone? I don't know.
Go get the charger.
Well, I got the headphones plugged into it, so we'll see.
Do you need the headphones plugged in?
The show goes on. No, I don't know. Oh, it might be better like that. Actually, that looks better, don't it?
All right. Yeah, no, I'll give you a pass on
good.
this one.
Thanks, Steven.
Because, it didn't sound like this before we went live. So, I mean,
all right.
We could not have predicted
Good
it.
thing I shared and retweeted everything already. It's that goddamn... just fucking forget it, dude. Just fucking forget it. I'm glad to be back. I'm sorry I wasn't here for last week. I missed Colton. I did get to see him in the man cave. and celebrating his Atlanta Motor Speedway debut. I don't know. I haven't really got to break down the episode yet, but don't let him tease you. He had a fucking ball. Every time there was a restart, dude, he was like, "Go Blaney, go Blaney," dude. He was. I should have videoed it because
what, dude?
Because he was sitting there like, "Let's go Blaney," and then
does he clap like this,
dude? Yes. And then when the caution would come out, he'd be like, "Man." Because I kept asking him, I was like, "Hey, Colton, so what do you think, man?" He was sitting in the row in front of me. We were there with LTC, him, the boys from Fan Fuel, and we were sitting there all as a group. And I kept "Hey, Colton, you know how I do." I was like, "How are you enjoying Atlanta? How's the track, man?" He was like, "The racing's been good. It's all right, And every time there was a restart, he was like, "Go Blaney!" And I was cracking up because I was like, "Well, you sure do seem happy on fucking restarts."
Yeah,
Blaney passed for the lead and he lost his fucking marbles. And I was
like,
"That's a fan."
He said it was a great race. It was a great weekend. I mean, he gave the race an 8.2. The only thing he had any negatives to say was the facility preparedness for the race and stuff like that. But
I think Atlanta Motor Speedway is still stuck in 97.
Right. That's what I said. I was like, I mean, it's Atlanta Motor Speedway. I wasn't surprised to hear
they're still in the 90s.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Here's a quick question. Where's y'all's next race?
I was I can't see any comments until you post them. Yeah, man. What's it? Southern 500's coming up, ain't it?
Is it Bristol first or Darlington? Darlington first. Then
September
Bristol,
4th, Labor Day weekend. 2 weeks later, we got Bristol.
Yeah,
and
that's
2
right.
weeks after
and then
that,
2 weeks after
Dega.
that's Dega. Yeah. Okay, so those are the races that us two are definitely going to. For the rest of the season, we got those 3 on the calendar. Tickets. I mean, we're prepared for those 3 for sure. So I would say, Southern 500 is going to be the next one we're both at. That's on my birthday this year. So we're going to be getting wild.
We might need an Uber out there, honestly.
Yeah, we're going to be getting wild. Dakota's going to be coming and staying. You're literally going to be staying in this room.
Yeah, literally.
The snake pit. This is the room you will be staying in. So
should we wait that week and do an episode that Thursday night when I get there?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the that's the move.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. He was wondering because I'll be at Pocono this weekend, Richmond, Darlington, and Bristol.
Boy, come on.
See you at Darlington and Bristol for sure.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
Yeah, meet up with us. We always like to have a good time and just watch races with whoever wants to watch races with us.
Finally got to meet that little fucker at Daytona 500 this year. Oh, that race. Dude, does Daytona not seem like yesterday yet 8 years ago?
Yeah, that's a really good one. Because when you said it feels like yesterday, I was about to be like, nah, dude, that feels like 2 years ago.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
It also feels like it was 3 years ago.
Feels like home to me.
Oh God, I can't. I know we're rambling, but did Daytona 500 not sell you on why have I been missing this?
The Daytona 500 was the best race facility I've ever been to in my entire life, and probably will ever.
I'm glad I got to break your cherry.
It was insane, and it's definitely a race I'm not missing anymore.
That's why I'm like, it's too close, cheap. It's not. It's as affordable as you want it to be, but it's why would I not go to that? What up, dude? What up, Turnpike? Jesus. Is the Daytona 500 is why would I not go to this? Why would I not go to
Sounds like you were on the wrong side of the beach, man.
Okay, so you heard me say it 1,000 times. When you come to Daytona International Speedway, Daytona Beach, you go right and you are in the Holy Land. You go left and you are in the bad side of fucking town, bro. So if you're going to the beach, do not go left at the fucking boulevard. Go right. There's plenty of restaurants and nice little beaches.
Aren't all those bars to the left?
So all those bars in the nightlife are to the left.
Yeah.
If you're going to the beach, do not go left. Go right.
Because at night, that area is a lot of fun. You'll see
that was
crew
fun.
members out there. Yes. I mean, that's fucking
You'll see plenty of things to keep your interest.
I want to stay right there.
Yeah.
I know we probably can't because I'm sure that shit gets booked out like years in advance for way too much
imagine
money.
if we booked it right now.
I'm down to book it right now. Book something. Let's go.
We need to do it, dude. We need to. Well, in between Bristol, Darlington, Dega, fucking Martinsville, and like all these tickets, it's like, hey man, we got a house to the left. Oh no! Oh shit!
Well, let us stay in your fucking house then.
Yeah, Turnpike. What the fuck, dude? We're just getting by over here.
And he said he turned to the right.
Oh well, I mean, teach their own, man. I don't know.
Crackhead from chasing us.
Stop a crackhead.
That's weird. I thought there was an invisible fence and they couldn't go through.
There is like something they don't get taught about. You know, they're like, we're down on the boardwalk. We're down at Joe's Crab Shack. There's like, through the years, there's been like a growing community of like fucking hobos down at Daytona Beach.
Well,
and
I mean, it's
I noticed that years and years ago, I was like, dude, there's like some hobos down here like living under the pier. It's each their own, whatever. Choose your own destiny. But I was like, man, like it's getting like bad. Like this is bad. I noticed if I went right at the boardwalk, it was like, woo, this is, okay, this is like nice, pretty people. And if you go left, it's like, oh God, what episode of Jersey Shore is this? It's bad. So I don't know, man.
Here's the deal. It's a beach. It's a popular tourist beach town. If you go to any popular tourist beach town in America that you can afford,
you might see a couple crackheads.
You're gonna see crackheads. I live in a beach town, and you know where the crackheads are. Like that's just how it is.
Can't wait to see Myrtle for my first time. I'm expecting
Dirty Myrtle, baby.
I'm expecting the full fucking red carpet treatment.
Hell yeah, you'll get it.
Hell yeah. Oh, dude. So like, we had a race this past weekend. I know I wasn't here for fucking Atlanta, but dude.
Well, you were there for Atlanta.
I know.
Just not here for the podcast.
I didn't even think I was going to get to go to Atlanta for, unforeseen circumstances. But, dude, went to Atlanta. That was fun. Glad you had Colton on to replace me. But I'm back for a week. And New Hampshire. We went to New Hampshire, and I was very optimistic of, like, please, next gen, please give us, like, a good race. New Hampshire has put on a show for the last, like, 5 to 7 years. It's like New Hampshire used to be off the radar. I was like, God damn, we're going to New Hampshire. I don't even want to watch this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the last couple of years, dude, it is like slowly being, even like with the 550 whatever bullshit Gen 6, like it was getting better. Like New Hampshire, the tire wear, the like slide jobs, guys working the high groove and the low groove, like it was really coming to its own. So I was really nervous as how next gen would maybe put on a show or maybe kill New Hampshire where it was in its tracks. But it seemed to like pass the baton and pick up where it left off. And I thought this was a great race. I thought we saw plenty of battles throughout the pack. And it was like, it seemed like some guys like had rocket ships early on. And then a couple of pit road mistakes and a couple bad calls from the crew chiefs. And you saw like on the second half a flip-flop. Like the race totally flipped. And you saw guys like battling, trying to stay above water. And guys emerge and take the lead. We'll get there. But like Martin Truex, this is like the fucking 18th race this year. He has fucking led all the laps, swept the stages, and didn't get the dub. He's on my bucket list more than likely on this year. Let us know, dude. If you need a little assistance, we're your Southern boys. Dude, Martin Truex, like,
God bless his soul.
We'll get in the playoffs later in the fucking episode, but it's like, he's not having a bad season.
Will he be in the playoffs though?
I don't know.
See?
He's having a really good season. How many races have you seen him lead the most laps and sweep stages?
Yeah.
The last one I can remember is Gateway. I think Richmond he dominated, didn't get the dub. Is like he's having speed. Sometimes he's not really there, but sometimes he's kicking ass. I really thought in that interstate car when he got the pole and started winning the stages, I was like, this is his race to lose.
First of all, can we address the interstate car?
I was fine with it. I thought it looked better on the 19.
No, it's a great scheme. I fucking love the paint scheme. I hate that it was on the 19.
I was fine with it.
No, I don't like the paint scheme swaps at all. Harris Blue had this point on Twitter, and I totally support him on this. When they swap that shit, it confuses me.
Yeah,
it confuses the fans. I mean, you're a Kyle Busch fan. Maybe
you've
got some interstate battery shit.
It was like the normal 20 scheme.
Exactly, and I hated that too. I mean, I'm watching it with my family, and so a lot of times I'll help if somebody spins or something. I'm like, oh, that's so-and-so. I think there was multiple times that I said Martin Truex Jr., I got him confused with Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell, and like, it was just throwing me off, and it was pissing me off. I love that paint scheme. I've always liked the Interstate Battery paint scheme, and it's one of the paint schemes that I think actually looks better with the number moved forward.
Yeah, I love the Interstate scheme. I also like the DeWalt scheme.
It's okay.
I did think, I also agree with you and Harris, is like, I thought that if you're going to switch it up and like, hey, Interstate's going to be on the 19 this week, change up the scheme a little. Throw some black in there. Change it up.
I'd be okay with that. I don't care about the sponsor. I care about the paint scheme. It looks
hey, we've
like
seen
it's
that
supposed to be on the
scheme
18.
run on the 18 for, 20-something races. Is like, now all of a sudden you throw a 19 on there, and maybe for the average viewer that's not watching every race but tunes in sometimes, they tune in and are like, hey, wait, what? And, I don't know.
It was even throwing me off, and I have a fucking NASCAR podcast.
I just thought watching, I knew it was Martin Truex. I just thought it looked good as a 19. Like, I was like,
you knew, but you're telling me not once did it go by, and
I did think
in your head, you're like, that's Kyle Busch, and then you're like, and it doesn't help that it's 19 and 18. Like, there's such similar numbers so close that you're like, fuck, man, it was really throwing me off.
Yeah, I was like, man, that car looked good. I don't know. And is it weird that like you change a number and all of a sudden the car looks completely different?
Yeah, I think you're the only person that thinks that.
I don't know. You change a number, you're like, ooh, that's sexy. But it's I've seen that car all year on the 18. I don't know.
I guess. I don't like that they took the exact same paint scheme and just put a different number on it. I agree with you.
And then if it would have helped, like if they did the 19 as Interstate and they did the 18 as like M&M's, but instead the 18 was DeWalt. So you were like, what
really messed me up. Yeah.
Everybody was like, wait, what the fuck?
I mean,
I think Dalton was offended.
You could do a cool Interstate Battery paint scheme that's black with green lightning or something. Like they could change it and it would
swap some colors.
Yeah, and it would exactly. Literally just swap colors. And it would still look fucking
I don't even really know what goes on there. And then that's something behind the scenes that we don't get told about. They're just like, 19 Interstate Batteries. And people are like, wait, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Is what it is. It was okay. It was good to see it lead some laps.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't live in that world anymore. Well, I mean, there's few and far between. Denny Hamlin,
we remember
Joey Logano for the most part, but Penske sometimes rotates. Yeah, there's not many, especially considering like Mars is gone for Kyle Busch now. That was like one of the few. So it's pretty much like Denny Hamlin. He's your guy. Hope you like
Larson.
FedEx.
Kyle Larson. I don't think
Kyle Larson, because
what doesn't get talked about is, you remember last year when like Kyle Larson to the 5, la-di-da, like it was like voodoo, him going to the 5 and racing NASCAR again.
Right.
Remember he rode that like Nation Guards car that was like black, green, and white, and like he ran that like the first half of the season. 5. Yeah, and it was like okay, like I thought the car looked good. It was black. It was the same scheme. Black hood, front half, white with like green swirl. And it was like Nation Guards. And like all of a sudden, Rick Hendrick was like, I'm just going to sponsor the car. We're going to sponsor him. He's going to win the championship. And now it's been Hendrick cars ever since.
Oh, you're right. I do remember this car.
Yeah.
Remember
he like spun out at Daytona Road Course going for the win. With
yeah.
Oh, yeah, he ran that car like the first half of the season. They just were like, hey, we're good here. We don't need y'all anymore. And like cut them off. Never to be seen again.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know anything about that sponsor, but like they totally were like.
Well, I thought originally they were doing the Hendrick paint schemes because no one wanted to sponsor Kyle Larson. Speaking of which, my shirt. Nobody wanted to sponsor Kyle Larson because of what he said.
Implications.
The implications. Clearly that wasn't the case because I've heard through people.
He's so hot right now.
I've heard through people that have had conversations with his team, inquiring about, sponsoring the full paint scheme for the cars and everything. And I've heard numbers, and they are well aware of his value. And for whatever reason, Hendrick still chooses to sponsor him, and they pay that premium. It's really weird. I don't know, because your name's already on the fucking car, regardless of if you sponsor or not. But I don't know.
I like Larson, but god damn, I hate that fucking 5 scheme. I get the like tribute throwback to like fucking, is like I just hate that scheme. That blue does nothing for me. I'm like,
Turnpike saying Hendrick owns Nation Guard.
Oh, well, that
interesting.
That.
Well, that makes sense then.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Turnpike. Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know.
If you're being serious, that's really informative. Thank you. And I
like
can never
may have
tell.
heard that.
Never tell when Turnpike's being serious. So
He's up and comer in the comments. Really
he is definitely an up and comer in the comments. I think Nick's already surpassed Nathan. Turnpike's right there.
Nathan's gone rogue, man.
Yeah.
Nathan's gone rogue. But dude,
another top commenter right here.
We can never handle a question which car does.
Yeah.
Ooh. Well, also I'm so on the fence. I love and I fucking hate. Like, well, in 2001 they did this, and it's like, look, I love those days. I love peak NASCAR. I love the 2000s. Like, but also it's 2022. Yeah, the world's different. Things are different now. Like, it's not the same. It's not going to be the same. We're never going to be back to what that was. We have to go forward, push the broom.
I mean, it's possible. What helped NASCAR then, too, was, like, they were valued so high that large companies like DuPont and Goodwrench and Haviland, they were willing to fucking Miller over here with Rusty. They were willing to throw out huge dollars to just own them all season long and multiple years. They would sign huge contracts that just people aren't willing to sign as much anymore. This is
also pre-internet, pre-social media.
Exactly. I was just going to say, with social media, a lot of big companies don't like signing those long-term contracts anymore. It's very
dude,
we'll take 5
way
races
less and get way more coverage in an ad on YouTube.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's just a different world. It's really unfortunate. But because of that, I'm a big proponent. I know you said you don't like the 5 paint scheme, but I do appreciate, like Penske does this really well, is keeping the paint schemes the same and changing the colors and the logos.
I'm okay with that.
I like that because at least
you're gonna swap drivers.
At least you're holding some consistency there. Yeah. And like I said, Penske's pretty good about trying to do that, like keeping the car look the same. They do it pretty well with like Joey Logano. He will rotate through like 2 or 3. Imagine they did the
interstate schemes with Truex, but the car was black.
Right.
Like, it's like Truex's interstate, but its own identity. Kyle Busch keeps his identity with interstate. But Gibbs has been doing that lately. Penske the same. They kind of
Richard Petty's done it with they'll change the sponsorships and stuff, but it always kind of looks the same.
The team is sponsored by this company. It's almost like Brad K, the 6 and 17. They've been good about flip-flopping.
Yeah.
They'll flip the colors. Right. They'll change it up.
But they like their cars to look
Brad
similar.
Has fucking over there designing schemes has been A1. They've, some of the teams is like they just get the team sponsored by this company and, hey, we'll put it on all 4 cars at some point during the season. It's annoying, but god dang, I think as much as it's like annoying, is the 19 look good and the 18 look good. They're both sexy cars.
How'd the 20 look?
God damn. Is the
good in Victory Lane.
20 look good in Victory Lane. And this is another thing. Christopher Bell, if you're watching the show, you already know. Christopher Bell gets the dub with 4 tires on a fucking dumbass no-brainer call of taking 4 tires with 80 to go. I don't know who would take 2 tires there. Cough, cough. Is like the 20 gets the dub, dude. Awesome for Christopher Bell. He was on the cut. Look out, woo, what's going to happen here? There's 3 guys
he was one of the guys. Yep.
3 guys on points, a bunch of guys outside looking in. Christopher Bell said, let me cut you off there. I'm fucking in. He gets the dub. I respect. He's so good here. Undefeated Xfinity Series. I didn't even really realize that. Second last year, fucking gets a dub. Like, watch out for
Colton.
New Hampshire.
Colton, I believe, in the last episode, picked him as his underdog pick, and I was like, that doesn't really count.
Didn't he make the playoffs last year?
Yeah, that's why I was like, that doesn't count. But I was like, whatever, dude, I'll let it slide. So yeah. I let him have it. He technically, but I was like, that's not really, even for this track, that's a stretch to call an underdog pick.
Yeah, it's a good pick, solid pick. I wouldn't
solid pick, underdog. Obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. But Seabell's so good here. He's so hot right now. But he just he wicks it up and says, no, I'll be in. So now we have Ryan playing here. I was talking to Nathan this morning, of all people, and I was talking to him. I said, I'm kind of on the fence. How do you feel about Ryan Blaney's 3rd in points? Martin Truex is 4th in points. However, they're 15th and 16th in the playoffs on the cut line. like potentially if a couple guys get wins, they might be knocked out of playoffs if they don't get a dub.
Right.
It's like it sounds kind of weird, but it's and I'm I keep it real. I'm realistic about shit. It's like, well, if they wanted to be in the playoffs, they should have fucking won by now.
So, are we gonna open up this whole can of the playoff talks? I've been seeing it a lot online.
What else did I say? There's a couple things in the race I want to talk about first, but we can jump right into playoffs.
I mean, you're bringing this topic up.
Who cares? Just bring it up.
Who cares?
Bring it up.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it talked about a lot lately on Twitter, like this week.
All of a sudden, everybody's offended by the playoffs.
Well, it happens about this time every season.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Right,
and it'll probably happen like halfway through the playoffs again. People will be like, "This is bullshit."
Yeah, the playoffs is exposed.
Yeah, they expose the playoffs every single year. We've talked about the playoffs quite a bit on this podcast, and I mean, I think most of our fans know. Do you want to go ahead and give your argument for why the playoffs are the best thing that's ever happened in NASCAR?
Yeah, we'll jump right in it. And we've talked about it plenty of times. I can't fucking be this much of a PI, but it's like all the people that are like, this is why the playoffs suck. This is why the playoffs are exposed. I want to know how many of them fucking people watched NASCAR in 2004. I want to like, where were they in 2009? Where were they watching all this shit in 1999? Like, where were they? Were they watching NASCAR back when they were like, it was better when blah blah blah? It's like they literally changed the playoff format 5 fucking times because Jimmy Johnson kept winning.
Right.
They kept changing it because it was like not fun. They kept changing because Jeff Gordon was winning with 3 races left to go. Like, me and Nathan were talking too, I always see is like, well, in the old points format, Kevin Harvick would have 6 championships. Yeah, that's a little like hard to hear, but it's also like that doesn't fucking matter. That's irrelevant. That's not how the points work. Like that's back in 1879, they used to do this. It's like that doesn't make any sense today. Like, no, dude, that's not the points. That's not how it works. The playoffs have literally been the best thing to happen since 2004. Like, even in the chase days. And that's another thing. You always hear, like, when these drivers win in 2022, we made the chase. And it's like, dude, it hasn't been the chase for, like, fucking 7 years now.
You're right.
They're like, we made the chase. It's like,
hasn't it been this, like, playoff format longer than it was the chase at this point?
I want to say...
I think it might
like
be.
2014.
I'd have to go back and check. But it's 2022.
Yeah. That was like when they made the win in your end.
It's been like 8 years.
I mean, so they invented the chase in 2004. At this point, we are like almost 20 years into fucking like get over it. Like, it's over. Like, this is the format now. I don't know why the fandom on Twitter likes to talk about these things. I don't know why it's relevant, but they'll be like, well, if it was this point system, such and such, it's like, that doesn't make any sense here. That's fucking not make any point.
Thank you for the update. So almost.
Thank you, PK Jared.
Yeah.
Speaking of which,
almost.
Jared, answer in the comments. Are you coming to join the boys next week after your Pocono race? I think we held you to that because you fucking bailed on us earlier.
Ooh.
But the chase playoffs. Anyways, best thing to happen. I like, gambling on consistency and points awarded, but it's also like, how many other sports you watch where it's like the playoffs, have a good season, make it a playoffs, battle for a championship. Not saying like we have to do tit for tat, but it's like, I like the idea of, hey, you take your top fucking 12 to 16 guys and they have a battle royale for the championship. Boom. Write that in. That's noted. Fucking PK Jared Pocono episode. We'll see you next week, dog. Well, Rattlesnake might.
That's true.
God damn it. So
look here. I've said this multiple times in the episode. I said this last week on the episode. Okay, Jared's in. We'll talk to you about getting you back on. I think I discussed this in last week's episode, because it got brought up. It keeps getting brought up, the playoff format. And I think a great, simple solution that NASCAR, the only change they would have to make is promotion on social media, because all they need to do, well, then maybe like a trophy, all they need to do is hype up the regular season champion as a real season champion. So essentially you have 2 champions for the season. Now, depending on which one
sounds dirty.
Well, it's a lot like what college basketball does. So in college basketball, let's say like you're in Georgia, so UGA is in the SEC. Okay. So you can, let's say Georgia, they never would do this, but let's say they actually won the regular season basketball for the SEC. So they are the SEC regular season champions. Immediately following that, the SEC will have a tournament where every single team comes together and they play a tournament. The winner of that is the SEC tournament champion. Both are considered essentially champions for that season. There's 2 different things that you win. There's 2 different, awards. I just think a good way to solve this is hype up the regular season champion. So the people that like that stuff get their champion.
I agree.
And then we move on.
I agree. The regular season champion is more. It seems more like they're like, here's a trophy, dude. Get the fuck off the stage. Like that's what the regular season. David, what's up, boy? You would get along with David.
They don't hype it up at all.
Like, here's a trophy. Take a picture. Get the fuck off the stage.
That's what I'm saying.
Dude.
So like even in the record books, they could be like regular season champion, playoff champion. Like. Make it a thing. Be like, this guy won the championship that year.
He gets 15 bonus points. Like, what the fuck is that?
Give him $1 million or something. Make
regular
it a
season
big
champion
deal.
Gets a blowjob, like
from Dakota
on TV,
and he gives him the best
by Hooters chicks. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Is like, dude, make it like
or Hooter dudes. It's 2022.
Hey, woo. So it's like spice it up a little. I don't know. It always seems even Xfinity's. You know what's one thing I've noticed watching Xfinity races is they don't even talk about their playoffs. Like they don't even like 12th to 13th because they only take top 12 is like fucking 120 points, and they're like, but if Brandon Brown won, he could maybe do something. It's like they don't even like mention it, and then Trucks is like non-existent. I don't know. It's just like everything has its own way of like being cool, but it's like there's a bunch of little tweaking that could get done. I was thinking about today on my long ass drive at work was I think this year's exposing the playoffs to some tweaks that could be made is like Jeff Gluck was talking on his podcast was, you have to be in the top 30 of points, and if you get a win, you're locked in. It's like, why even make it top 30 points? Why not make it the whole field? I thought that was a valid point. It's like, for instance, Corey LaJoie Atlanta. Corey LaJoie is like 31st in points. If he would have won Atlanta, it would have almost been irrelevant. Like, why not make it like, hey, the whole field. If you have a charter, you're in. If you win a race at this point. But I also, this put me on the track of thinking, I think the crazy thing we're seeing with 14 winners so far this season is that we've never seen anything like we've seen 14 winners, but like we've never seen like, holy fuck, the playoffs are so tight right now. This is nuts. And like, will we see more than 16 winners? But it's like next year, once these guys got a handle on the car, once the teams and engineers have a handle on the car, and everything starts kind of clicking off, I don't think we see this many winners next year. I think this year is its own fucking bubble of opportunity, of capitalization, of like, hey, we have a shot here. Like anybody can win any week. It's fucking nuts.
I think these new cars do allow for more winners regardless. So moving forward, I think we'll see some more winners than we did previously with the last gen. But that being said, I agree. I think if you are an underfunded, inexperienced team and driver, this year is your best chance because you have as much experience in this car as everybody else.
I think next year is guys
on the off season click off, fucking studying and fucking
simulators
and shit and get more data. I think next year we kind of see more of fucking, the waters fucking flatten and we see more of the top teams arrive next year. This year it seems like it's fucking open season and it while it's hot.
Have you watched any of the Austin? You've watched some of the Austin Dillon show, right?
Yeah. I watched the last week's episode and I had to turn it off.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
Yeah, I'll just
he was talking about like how he did like 4 hours a day in the simulator.
Yeah, and that's why he couldn't be a father to his kid, and he had to pawn it off to somebody else. That's why I turned it off.
I was like, well, it looks like you need fucking 8 hours in the simulator, dog. It's not paying off.
Oh man, the playoffs.
I'm an Austin Dillon fan. I can make these jokes. Y'all can't.
You can make all these jokes all day. The playoffs are tightening up. Honestly, I don't even like the people are like, well, Blaney's in. I was like, dude, 14 winners, fucking like 6 races left.
Right.
If you don't think we can get 2 more winners, you're fucking high.
And one of those races is Daytona.
Yeah, dude. Like fucking hold on. Pulling up the schedule. Oh god, next race. What the fuck?
Oh, we got Pocono, Indy,
Indy, Richmond, Watkins Glen,
Michigan.
Yeah, Michigan, Daytona. Like, if you don't think, oh, what the fuck? I'm pulling shit up on my iPad and it's like all backwards. Oh god. Yeah. All right, here we are. Pocono, Indy Road Course, fucking what the fuck is
then
this?
Michigan, then Richmond, then Watkins Glen, then Daytona. I already said it.
Okay, sorry. I'm high as a kite. So, if you don't think we can get 2 more winners, I think you're smoking dope. Like, literally, going to Pocono, I think we see a season winner win. However, by
the way, here's some names of drivers that haven't won. Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Eric Almirola, Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, Michael McDowell. There's some guys here that could do it. Obviously, Martin Truex Jr. and Ryan Blaney are the two sitting outside. Like, are these guys going to get a win?
Let me name you 4 previous Pocono winners. Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., and Ryan Blaney.
Yeah.
So, do you think... Okay, I know Chris Buescher is kind of on the tail end of that, but he's got a fucking Pocono win. Do you think any of those 4 drivers could win this weekend?
Dakota, that comment's geared towards you.
iPad's full of... Delete. Control, delete.
Yeah, we can see your search history. We're going to read it.
Can you see it on the screen? We're going to read it, man.
We're going to read it.
I think David knows that joke, too. Blaney gets in, but Truex, unless he wins, obviously. Okay, so...
At this point, there's a chance they neither get in, and there's a chance they both get in. I mean, it's kind of up in the air.
So that was me and fucking, what's his name? Brian Key? This motherfucker. It's fucking Twitter.
Brandon Key.
We were fucking arguing, and he bet me $10. I said, you don't think we can have 16 winners? He's like, I just don't see it happening. I said, you don't think the 6 could win Daytona? He was like, well, yeah. I said, you don't think the 23 could win Daytona?
I mean, I think literally any driver pretty much in the field could win Daytona.
Okay. That's what I'm saying. I'm throwing it at you as a third-person perspective. Indy Road Course, do you think Michael McDowell has a shot at winning?
Yeah.
Do you think Ryan Blaney has a shot at winning?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Do you think Martin Truex could win Indy Road Course?
I mean, Martin Truex and Ryan Blaney have a solid chance of winning any of the next 6 races.
Yeah.
Besides them two, it's like, who else has legitimate shots? So obviously,
do you think Ryan Blaney can win Michigan?
Yeah.
Do you think Kevin Harvick can win Michigan?
Do
you think Kevin Harvick can win Michigan?
Yeah. I just said those 2 drivers though could. I mean, Ryan Blaney and Martin Truex Jr. could win at.
Do you think Austin Dillon could win Daytona?
Yes.
Do you think Eric Jones could win Daytona?
I think, like I said, any driver could win Daytona.
So that's what I'm saying is the chance of going to like 16 or over here is very high. I'm not saying I don't think it like.
God damn, Chair's just racking off some predictions here.
Oh my god. I hope all of that happens. Chase wins Glenn. Fuck what? Fuck Chase. Wild card wins Daytona. So all of that is very highly possible.
That would be crazy because
That would
now
be
we're just
crazy.
racking off all these new winners.
Dude, here's the thing. As they said we wouldn't get to 16. Watch us get to like 19 winners.
That's what, so like I
That'd
just
be
showed
nuts.
his. I mean, we'd be at what, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and then a wild card at Daytona. Let's just say that's 19. I mean, that's
So like
or
it's
18, yeah.
very like it's possible. I'm not saying like it may
Ooh,
happen.
you saying Corey LaJoy for
Ooh.
Daytona? That
And I
would be
think- I
so
think-
awesome.
I honestly think Corey and them bring a hot rod to Daytona. I think
Yep.
Kevin brings a hot rod to Daytona and he gets the fucking white flag leading and gets turned in front of the field. That's my prediction. And he doesn't make the playoffs. Went through a cell.
Oh, dude, Turnpike missed
Oh, dude.
you getting naked and running around the hotel room. That was
Oh, dude, I
wild.
just took my balls out. You missed it.
Just
Oh, you have to go back and watch. I totally think we get 16 winners, and I think whether we get 17 or not, I'm kind of like, but I think we definitely
possible.
get 16. And the thing is Martin Truex Jr. and Kevin Harvick will be out, and people will be like, this system's flawed. And NASCAR in the offseason will be like, we're making some changes to the playoffs, and they'll be all fucked up. Who wins race here from here on out? Yep. Good
Thanks,
take
Mike.
from Mike.
Thank you for that comment.
Yes.
Yeah, shit's about to get crazy. I hope.
Yeah.
There's also, I think, a solid chance that we don't get a single new winner. Probably less
Ooh.
likely just because.
What, 6 races left, right?
Well, that's what I was saying. It's probably less likely that we don't get another new winner because we still have Kevin Harvick, Martin Truex Jr., and Ryan Blaney without a win with 6 races left. It's like if those 3 can't get a win with 6 races left, it's just like you didn't belong in the playoffs.
I totally believe that, like, fucking Martin Truex could win Pocono. Kevin Harvick could win Richmond. Fucking Eric Jones could win Ryan Blaney could win Michigan. Fucking, it's like there's 3 winners right there. Boom, boom, boom. Now we're at 17 winners.
I mean, come Daytona, don't sleep on Austin Dillon or Bubba Wallace. They're two good.
You think they
super
could win
speedway.
Daytona? I absolutely do. It's like, I think, what if we get to 16 winners like 2 or 3 races before Daytona? Like, that would be nuts.
That's Jared's just throwing out predictions. I mean, one of them have to be right eventually, Jared. So I respect it. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Bubba or Austin, are both
Bubba's
good.
rolling off his top 3 finish at New Hampshire, one of his best races of the year in his day. I kept hearing this, one of the best races of his career. I kept hearing it, one of the best races of his career, of his season. I was like, he finished second at Daytona 500.
Right.
Does that not
won
mean
a
anything?
race? Like what?
Yeah, he's won what? It's like, I just feel like the Bubba narrative. It's just a Bubba narrative. Like
it is. That's 100% what it is.
He finished 3rd. How dare you doubt him?
Right. Okay.
That's
so
all it was.
Now that we're talking about Bubba, we gotta address.
Let's open Pandora's box.
We have to beat the dead horse as it's been called. I don't think Nathan's on. Otherwise, I'd love for him to start commenting.
I think he's done. I think he's given up.
I think he's given up too, and that it's fine.
It's okay.
It's tough when we have such good takes and we're always right. It's hard to try to argue.
Discord is free, baby.
Yeah. So apparently this is a dead horse, but we said the week that they announced it that apparently it was only 2 guys. Originally the story was they were swapping their pit crews, right? And then of course after all of this happens, they go, no, it was just 2 guys, and they were the 2 best guys. It was the 2 best guys Bubba Wallace has ever had.
All of a sudden, people listen to Door Bumper Clear and think they're goddamn fucking Jeff Gluck and Jordan.
Right, we all listen to it. It's
all of a sudden everybody listens to Door Bumper Clear and acts like they knew everything nobody didn't know.
Right, we've all listened to their podcast.
They
guys.
swapped the 23 and 20. They swapped like 2 fucking tire changers, and all of a sudden. But originally they said they swapped 23 and 20 crews. That's what the fucking original post thing was. And now it came out to they're like, actually, Freddie Kraft, friend of us at fucking Oyster Pub, was like,
That's right.
he was like, no, they only changed 2 tire changers. Well, now everybody listens to that and acts like they're like, actually, they only changed 2 tire changers.
And I see people say that they were his 2 best. I'm like,
Who
what?
gives
You're
a
just like
shit?
making shit up now.
Who
They
gives
just
a
love
shit?
making up a narrative when it comes to Bubba, because we said on the podcast when it happened, we said, watch Christopher Bell get a fucking win with Bubba's pit crew. And we said, you're going to have to
Regardless if
stop.
it was 2 guys or the crew.
We said,
Chase-
you're going to have to stop talking about this when that happens, because it ends all arguments. Of
Christopher Bell
course.
just is in the fucking playoffs with a dub, and his 2 tire change swap guys are in victory lane.
Of course, that didn't end the argument, because then they go, well, it wasn't the whole crew, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Look, we fucking
Bubba's
said when
lucky
it happened.
his crew slowed him down, or he would have won.
We said when it happened, Christopher Bell is going to get in fucking victory lane with that pit crew. And and look what happened like 2 weeks later. I think it was 2 weeks later from the podcast episode, at least.
Atlanta was the first race, and everybody's making fun of Christopher Bell losing the wheel on pit road. It was highly embarrassing. However, how do you rebuttal that? You come back and win the next week.
Right. And where was he in the post-race interviews and social media? So this is the whole thing, right? We got a lot of friends. I say we. It's more like you, and then all your friends fucking hate me because I just tell it how it is. They hate.
I keep it real, but I'm a good mitigator.
Yeah, you like to be friendly, and I'm just like, no, fuck that. They hate the concept that like Bubba Wallace could do anything wrong. And it's really weird mentality, because anytime something happens with Bubba Wallace, they get on the defensive. And it's not even Bubba Wallace fans necessarily. It's just like this mentality. And I think it stems from like the Noose thing and Fox News and Trump. And so now anybody that has anything bad to say about Bubba is in that group, and we have to fight those people. It's like, I have a lot of problems with Bubba, regardless of all that stuff. So when I talk about
Bubba
him,
off the track.
Right. Thank you. I know Jared's one of the few guys that I don't get into it with, and I fucking love Jared.
He's on like the third part of the fence.
I would never be mean to him though. Like I just
Wait till you meet him.
Yeah, right.
You're Jared. Are you going to Bristol? Correct.
He's just like the nicest dude, man. He's just
Jared,
like
you're going to Bristol again. We're running it back this year.
You can't be mean to Jared, and I don't think anybody dislikes him. I think he's liked by everybody. Regardless, it happened. Christopher Bell gets in a victory lane and
cuts break. He was on the fucking bubble, and now he's like, no, I'm not on the bubble. Tricks, you are.
Yeah, that's true. Thank you, Turnpike.
Oh my Jesus. So we got Christopher Bell getting the dub. Dirty old doggy dog.
All right. The point I was trying to make though was Nathan specifically was like, you're beating a dead horse, blah, blah, blah. The only reason that I keep posting stuff about this, about Bubba Wallace and the comments about his pit crew, and you as well, right? The only reason we keep posting about it is because he's the one that brought it up to begin with. I mean, he's like giving us the fuel to keep this fire going, because we didn't like the fact that he bitched about his pit crew all the time. And some of our friends, specifically a person that came on the episode last week, likes to talk about like, well, you get fired in a real job if you blah, blah, blah. Okay, first of all, if you've ever managed people at all, if you've ever been a manager at a job, you don't just fire somebody for messing up. And then you don't go on national television and tell everybody that they're worthless and terrible at their job, because that doesn't go over well with that employee. I understand that you have to reprimand them at some point, but the way Bubba's handled it, just like the way he's handled everything, was poor. And it was a very bad move. Every other driver that you hear in interviews, even Kyle Busch, who's notorious for going off on his pit crew, I think handles it better than Bubba Wallace did. And so, yeah, I'm going to keep fucking talking about it, because I don't like Bubba Wallace, and he was the one that started this whole thing.
Damn. Yeah, I agree with everything you just said. Is more of just, and then I like watching Bubba climb the ranks. He had a good car this weekend, and he actually capitalized on it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God. God damn, dude.
I know. I want that list.
Oh, fuck. That's way better.
That's pretty sick. Yeah.
All right. Jared, it may be next year. It may be never. It may be when we're 40 years old. Me and Rattlesnake are flying up to the Glen, and we're getting a full fucking expertise with you. and going to Watkins Glen. So, Bubba he climbed up the ranks. He was driving a good race. He actually capitalized on having a good car and finished third. I was super impressed. However, in my group messages, I was like, I'm stoked he just drove up to third. However, I am not looking forward to this interview. And what does he do in the fucking interview? He's like, they gave me an okay car. We did all right. I was like,
my God.
I was like, dude, are you fucking serious?
Did you also hear him thank himself?
Yeah, he was
like,
I'm
proud of myself and what I accomplished. I was like, dude, I fucking hate you. Like every time you talk.
Every time he opens his fucking mouth. Like
I just
and
don't
that's
like
the thing, is I don't even what's Bubba like 28, 27. I don't even feel bad when I say this. Is I'm like, dude, I would whip the fuck out of you. Like every time I see Bubba, I'm like, I would beat your fucking ass.
Yeah, he has that attitude, a person you want to punch.
Yeah. He has that very punchable face.
He has that attitude, this like cocky, smug attitude.
How dare you say that?
Right.
Do you know what he's been through?
Well, that's what happens when you grow up so privileged like him. When your dad owns a huge, successful company.
Oh God! So Martin Truex and Kevin Harvick take 2 tires.
Let's change the subject. So anyway,
so Martin Truex and Kevin Harvick take 2 tires with 82 laps to go, and who knew that would be the downfall of having the 2 best cars in the fucking race? Martin Truex dominates, wins the stages, and fucking throws it all away and hands it to Chase Elliott. And Kevin Harvick followed suit and took 2 tires. I don't know what the fuck they were smoking. Like, hey, there's 100 laps left. We should take 2 tires. Was like, dude, no. I can call this from the fucking couch. Like, take 4.
Did you think Harvick had a legit shot at winning this?
I think Truex and Kevin had the 2 best cars.
Yeah.
I think they had the 2 best cars. I think it was Truex's to lose, and Kevin had something for him.
Yeah.
And honestly, with the way Kevin's been, like, this was a time lightning struck. Like, you had the car, dude.
Right. I was thinking the same thing, too. I was like, I think I could see Harvick upsetting Truex. Like, it was Truex's race the whole time. And in the back of my head, I was like, I think Harvick's going to upset him.
Harvick had really good long run speed.
Neither of them have a win this season. So I was
and they
like,
got a long run at the end. We got the long run at the end, and they took 2 tires. And he was passing cars on 2 tires. That was the thing. Was like, dude, imagine if we had 4. Christopher Bell and Chase Elliott took 4. Bubba took 4. I mean, so we were ahead of all those guys. Chase Elliott, they've been really good. God, it makes me want to throw up saying this shit. They've been really good all year of like starting the race half-ass and finding it along the way and figuring out the setup and fucking capitalizing at the second half of the race. They've been doing that all year. Now, I think the 9 team is hitting on all cylinders. 4 top 2 finishes in a row. It pains me to say that, but Chase Elliott, however, is showing out to be a fucking championship favorite. However, we got a long way to go, buddy. And I'd hate for you to fizzle out before that championship comes.
Do you think, speaking of favorites and fizzling out, do you think Ross is fizzling out?
So, I was looking at the stats earlier while we were talking shit. Truex and Kevin finished 4-5. Denny Hamlin, a just quiet, normal 6th place finish, did irrelevant all day, finishes 6th. Brad Keselowski in the 6th car finishes 7th. Fucking great run for them with all the news they had. Shadow box in the 3 going on the fucking grass and shit. I don't know what the fuck.
No one knows what that was about. I don't know if Austin knows what that was about. I don't know if Brad knows what that was about.
So if you saw it, Brad came up and was like, hey man, I didn't like that. And Brad was like fucking Brad dropped the hammer and body slammed the 3 into 3. That was really fun to watch. I love it. Took a little heat off of Chastain. No one even fucking brought it up. Ross Chastain 8th, Daniel Suarez 9th. Trackhouse gets both cars in the top 10. No one even fucking blinked an eye. On a fucking off bad day, they finished 8th and 9th.
Yeah, that's true.
To me, that is fucking secretly deadly. Like, that is like, hey, on a day, on a track we weren't even good at, we didn't give a fuck about, we finished 8th and 9th.
But, I mean, I feel like ever since the incident with Hamlin, Elliott, Ross, like, he just doesn't have the killer instinct anymore.
Well, did you see Ross gave the 11 like all fucking daylight and gave him plenty of room. It was
Right.
like, oh.
Yep.
But then, who was it he was racing with? The one was, who was it? I'm trying to remember now. I'm looking at the top 10.
Explain the situation. I might remember.
Ross was racing somebody super dirty fucking hard.
It's not coming back to me.
I'm having a blank out.
Oh, the only thing I remember anybody racing dirty was Chase Elliott.
Oh, well, we're getting there. So Ross was racing somebody super fucking hard. And I was like, Ross, you are a wild.
Either way, it seems like he's lost a little bit of his edge.
Well, a little bit of edge is 8th. I still would not sleep on that fucking
it's not
one
first,
car.
Though.
I wouldn't sleep on that one car, dude.
He was having a Kyle Larson season, it seemed like. And then,
well, I think Ross is deadly. I just think Trackhouse is still like waiting in the shadows in the fucking corner.
Yeah, they're both
wait
in the
out
playoffs.
wait out the fucking clock. I just think Trackhouse is deadly. We have Kurt pitting like with 20 to go from the lead and fucking finished 10th. But before he pit from the lead, he was dirtied up by the dirty Chase Elliott, just fucking body slamming his way to the lead.
Him and Joey
just
Logano.
to finish second. Dude, Chase passes Joey, fucking hits him out of the corner, gets everybody sideways, gets donuts in the cars, comes up to Chase, hits the fuck out of fucking Kurt, and everybody's swapping fucking paint and shit. I'm all for rubbing his racing. However, this is the same thing NBC is cussing out Ross Chastain every week for.
It also seemed just unnecessary.
I know.
That's the main thing.
And Chase is fucking just door slamming people.
And they're gonna have to pit. Like, that's the main thing, like, to me, was it seemed completely unnecessary. Like, just make a clean pass and you're gonna go for the win. I mean, there's no
Chase
reason.
Definitely had it going on in the second half. But the thing is, Christopher Bell was hunting. Like, he was in the shadows, like, I'm gonna outlast him. And that's what he did. But Chase Elliott, he passed Joey Logano, fucking contact. Right. Passed Kurt Busch, fucking contact.
Back to back.
And
it made no sense.
Look, I have been harping on how fucking amazing NBC's broadcast has been, but it just seemed like they were jerking off Chase Elliott this whole fucking
taking
race.
My good, bad, and the ugly.
Dude, I'm sorry. We need to get there anyway. We are way in this episode. They were jerking off Chase Elliott the whole time, and they were like, "Yeah, that's just racing." And it was like, y'all, the whole pre-race was about how Chastain is the devil.
Right.
It was like,
right.
He's racing dudes dirtier than Chastain. And it's like, oh, yep, that's just, Chase.
I mean, Dale Jr. in the first race that NBC came into was asking, they had sit downs with Ross and was asking, what are you going to do to mend your relationships in the garage? How are you going to adjust your driving style now? I mean, they made a huge deal about
it got old
a couple
fast,
incidents.
It got old fast, and I don't want to talk bad about NBC.
Yeah.
But it was like, dude, like seriously, it's like the 8th week.
It's just obvious the favoritism that they're playing.
And I don't like it. Like, I'm like, dude, like,
it's a bad
y'all
look.
are like seriously fucking jerking off Chase.
I don't know if they know how obvious it is. Like, because I think in their heads, they just play favorites. Like, Chase is their guy.
Well, I'm trying to think is like, Steve
so I wonder if they don't
for
hear themselves.
Dale Jr. drove for Hendrick. Is like, they're all in there in the booth and they half-ass still work for Hendrick.
Yeah,
like,
and I think that's the issue. But do you think maybe they don't hear how biased they're being because they think they're trying to be unbiased, but like just because in their heads they just like
Chase
so
and I'm
much.
wondering like who would be the one to like call them out and they actually see it.
And well, normally I feel like it'd be Junior, but
he's running down the leaders and he's in like 4th, and it was like,
that was bad when they were. Yeah, when they were just already hyping up who he was going to pass next, and they're like, "Uh-oh, was it Harvick?"
Yeah, they're like, Harvick is dwindling as Chase Elliott runs him down, and it was like, he's like 3 seconds behind.
Yeah, I think it was more. I think it was like 5 seconds back. It was like a huge gap, and I was like, "You're not supposed to talk about this yet," and it's just obvious.
It was one thing when Chase was dooring people in the wall for the lead. I get it. But it was like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude. It's like lap fucking 50. And it's like, Chase Elliott. Like, fuck.
Chase also drove for Dale Jr.
Ooh. Got hot take, man. It's just, hey, I will take this all day over goddamn Fox. But it's like, NBC, pipe it down a little bit.
Would y'all like to see the Cup Series practice going back to an hour or longer instead of 50 minutes?
I would rather an hour fulfilled than like 2 segments of 15 minutes or
Yeah.
20 minutes, whatever the fuck they're doing. It's like Group A and Group B, and then Group A qualifying, Group B qualifying. Now top 10 qualifying. No, I'd rather whole field qualifying, and you take the top 10 from that, and you just do a qualifying session.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
I think most people would agree.
And as much as we sit here and vouch for it, as when like I got a blank Saturday going on, I'll sit and watch practice qualifying. But if I got like family plans, that should come second. Energy dropped as soon as Seabell. Dude, yes, Jared, yes, dude. I definitely, as soon as fucking Christopher Bell took the lead, they were like, oh, so yeah, I guess Christopher Bell's leading. Is like when I got shit going on, like family stuff, I'm like, oh, I'll just see who qualified where. And I'll go back and watch practice. Like, I got it recorded. But I'm not like, I got to cancel my plans to watch practice and qualifying. And then even like, well, then I try to say like the tracks I've been to, but like Atlanta got rained out and Talladega is like, I'm like, yeah.
All right. I'm guessing. Oh, there he is. You're muted. No, you're still muted. Yeah. Is your headphones muted?
Yeah, sorry.
There
I
you
was getting a phone call.
I thought for sure your phone just died.
No. So is like it's like Talladega is like I'm just gonna stay here at camp. I don't have to go watch qualifying for the pole. I don't need to watch that. Is like, but then if I was like at a Richmond or something camping, I would be like,
I love how this is the comment that I brought up right when that happened. This is just perfect. This is wild. And I didn't boot him. That just happened. Just so my audience knows, this is my life with this as Dakota as my co-host. Yeah, no, I noticed the same thing. The energy died definitely when Seabell took the lead because they just don't care about Christopher Bell, which is unfortunate because not only is he a great driver, but he's an incredible dirt driver. If anybody's getting into dirt, I know Jared is. So Jared, I'm sure you fucking love it.
God damn it. Sorry, getting the old cold shoulder.
Oh, God damn it. That was perfect. That intro back was just perfect. The fact we used your phone as it came up. I put this comment up on the screen, and then you left. Like,
I'm sorry.
It was incredible.
I'm sorry. My pregnant wife was calling me.
Oh, really? All good?
Yeah, I don't know. I told her I was doing a podcast. She hung up on me.
You can answer those calls, man.
I got to make y'all feel like shit somehow. No, she's just.
I would never ask you to end that call.
Well, she FaceTimed me twice in a row. That's why I was like, I might not answer.
Yeah. Jared's a dirt guy. He respects the hustle of Christopher Bell. Dakota, Dude, are you aware of this? Like, do you follow dirt?
No, so I kind of followed dirt, like, vicariously through you and Jared. And then, as this is another thing that guys, like, totally slept on, was, like, Christopher Bell's second cup win. Like, not only did it lock him in playoffs, seemed like that's all he talked about, was like, hey, this is this guy's second cup win. Like, this is a big deal. Like,
right.
They were just like, oh, yeah, he got a win. It was like, no, this is like his second real win. Like, I mean, he got the Daytona road course win. That was kind of just, like, weird. But, like, no, he straight up went and fucking took this. Like, this was him emerging. Does Christopher Bell, like, clock off here? Yeah. He beat past Chase Elliott. And that was the thing, too. I was like, please, Christopher, please, please. As an anti-9 fan, I was like, come on, Christopher Bell.
And he's only into his third full season. You know?
Yeah, and I knew it fucked Kevin. I didn't give a fuck anybody but the 9. I was like, that's how. I know we
were texting back and forth. We were just, whoever was competing with the 9, we were cheering for. We're like, hell yeah,
I didn't give a fuck. Whoever fucked past the 9, that's all I cared about.
Here's the deal for NASCAR fans that are unaware. Yeah, Christopher Bell is actually fucking super badass in the dirt scene. He's really fucking good. He's like Kyle Larson. Like, they're both really good at dirt. Christopher Bell's had a whole dirt career before he came to NASCAR. Like, that's his bread and butter. So the dude is a fucking wheelman. Like, the dude can drive.
He's just like a quiet Kyle Larson.
Frenchie can drive.
Oh shit! Are we gonna talk about how like Kyle Busch spun out twice on his own and like just totally
Thanks,
came
Jared.
back?
You'll buy Dakota a dirt track ticket. What is that, like $5 and a stick of gum?
Hey man, if you're wearing a t-shirt, you can get in.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it is. You can just hop a fence half the time.
Kyle Busch spins out twice on his own in this race.
Why?
I was kind of like, what the fuck?
That was
I was
wild.
literally waiting for like to see the replay and like somebody turned him and he's pissed. No, just lost it.
Yeah.
He's the only guy that lost it
2 times
all weekend. Twice. And that was very rare. Still comes out to finish 12th.
Like, I was just so I was gonna finish that by saying he also didn't damage his vehicle, didn't damage anyone else's vehicle, and then finished right outside the top 10.
Right.
That's how
Kyle
good
Larson,
fucking Kyle Busch is.
Quiet 14th. And I mean, Kurt takes a late pit, comes back to finish 10th. Kurt had a good car. I love that Sirius XM car on the 45. I don't know why it looked different. Blaney puts it in the wall. I
didn't mind the DraftKings 23 either.
I didn't either. That car looked good.
I like the colors.
Here's the thing with Tyler Reddick. He's either hot or he's not. Straight up 21st. Nobody bothered him. Just finishes 21st.
I mean, you could chalk it up to RCR.
Yeah, well, that's all. They just won 2 weeks ago. So
right.
How far does that go? Like,
I don't know, because Austin was non-existent other than his beef with Brad. So
yeah, I mean that was the only way to get on TV for him. Joey Logano finishes 24th straight up. Pits late, I guess.
Well, that's why. Yeah, he was running up front.
Well, Kurt Busch pit late too.
Yeah, what happened there?
So I don't know.
I wonder. You know what? I'm not even sure what happened. I might have to go back and double check that because that's
Michael
true.
McDowell straight up 28th. He's kind of been plugging along.
Did Joey and Kurt?
Servers, he had problems.
Did Joey and Kurt pit at the same time?
No, it was laps apart. Kurt pit late enough or early enough that his new tires kind of made him up some ground. I think Joey pit so late it was like
you paid $50 at King's Royal, man. Good for you.
You need to hit up your boy Rattlesnake.
Yeah, I'll just fucking get you in there, dog.
Yeah, hit up your boy Rattlesnake for any dirt race activities. How about that 34 car though? It looked good though on the track.
So he's listening to Kyle Busch's Scanner.
God, you sound just like Dalton Good. Hey, yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to fucking argue with there because I love Ronnie Childers. I'll let him lead me in the battle, but goddamn, we'll take 2 tires and fucking pit with 2 to go. I don't know what to fucking say.
Yeah.
It's like I'm watching from the couch. I am ignorant and I don't know what the fuck is going on, but I will tell you to take 4 tires, not 2.
Yeah, and
it's kind of the writing is on the fucking wall, and they'll be like, "Oh, I think
for Kyle Busch, they've done that a couple times this season."
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Dalton's been very vocal.
And maybe I've noticed it because of Dalton, but yeah, I mean they have made bad calls a handful of times.
Yeah, it's been bad.
Yeah.
Damn it, man. So I mean, is anyone even gonna bring it up? What the fuck is going on with the 48?
Yeah.
When was the last time you saw the 48 being relevant?
I was just trying to think.
Was it Coda when fucking Ross and Allmendinger were like digging out and Allmendinger or Bowman was like kind of in the way? Like that was the last time I saw the 48 like doing anything positive.
Huh.
So here it is. He's getting fenced by Ty Dillon on like lap 3. Bullshit. They qualified 28 straight up. I don't know. Alex Bowman has just totally been like,
let's see.
Somehow he'll make a final 8 deep run. I don't know.
I mean, here's the last couple of races for Alex Bowman. 35th, 32nd, 12th, 36th, 16th, 13th, 10th, 9th, 29th. Yeah, dude. That's not good.
I mean, what is that? However, I think he's like 11th in points.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I just kind of like, God damn, what are y'all doing? Like, do y'all want to be in the playoffs?
Yeah.
However, guys like that, guys like Cindric getting us on 13th is like, if they'll be in the playoffs and they'll make a top 12 run, I guess. KFB to the 10. Okay, this Jared keeps saying this. I almost like want to put money on it. I think Kyle stays in 18.
He definitely stays in 18.
All he's really like stays 18. Even it seems like everybody that's not a Kyle fan is like, oh, he's staying 18. But all the Kyle fans are like, no way he's staying 18, man. He's
Oh,
gone.
really? Is that how it has been? Okay.
Dalton doesn't think he stays 18, and Jared doesn't think he stays in 18.
I think he definitely stays in the 18.
Why would he not? You know how fucking stupid it would be to like, hey, I'm gonna go drive for RCR. I'm gonna drive for Stuart Haas. Like, no. He's gonna stay. He's gonna ride in the fucking Yahoo.com 18.
The funniest one is Kyle Busch to the 3. Those are the funniest.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
Like that would be fucking iconic.
That'd be
However,
hilarious.
there's like 10% of me that's like, dude, what if Kyle Busch like went to Stuart Haas?
If Kyle Busch goes to the 3 and takes it over from Austin Dillon, I'm gonna become the biggest Kyle Busch fan. I'll be hanging out with Dalton Good. This whole setup will be Kyle fucking Busch with 3 stuff, like looking hard and rowdy energy drinks everywhere.
2-time champion. 2-time champion.
I'm gonna be that guy, dude. If Kyle Busch went to the 3, I'd be so obnoxious.
I would maybe probably become a Kyle Busch fan at that point. It'd be marketing gold.
Right?
He's definitely staying 18. He's staying 18, dude.
The new Intimidator.
I would love
come on,
the
dude.
18 rowdy energy. Like, do that. Like
The
you got
rowdy
money,
Intimidator.
Dude. Ooh, shit.
Oh,
So
the Intimidator just got a little bit rowdy.
Shut up. I think the fucking Kyle Busch stays in 18. There's no fucking battle there.
Yeah, dude. He needs to retire in the 18. Like he created a legacy in that. Like that's his ride. Just like these guys behind me, and we all know the numbers that there are iconic to them. Even though they all drove in different numbers, like there is a number that's iconic to them. If Kyle Busch leaves the 18, that's just a little bit of a bummer. I want to see him finish his career in the 18.
Me too.
I would imagine the Kyle Busch fans would too.
I think he retires in 18. I think he's got a solid like 5 or 6, 7 years left in him.
I think the contract hasn't finalized because he's trying to get as much fucking money as possible.
Well, he went from making $20 million to Mars backing out, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna pay $10 million." And he's like, "Oh, whoa, what?"
I guarantee it's something like that. Yeah. When
Yeah,
they're like,
whoa,
"Well,
what did you say?"
Yeah.
$10 million. I'm better than $10 million. Like that's kind of probably what it is. And they're like, oh, they haven't finalized a contract, and it's like, yeah, because he's Kyle fucking Busch.
Right. He's the most expensive guy to sign. I mean, it's
he's the only multi-champion in the series. Why? I mean,
not to mention, how long?
Why would you settle for less? Why would you settle for less? Yeah, you see what happens when you sign a 1-year deal.
Oh, dude, if they sign a 1-year contract, the rumor mills will get even worse. I mean, it'll be
they would.
Brutal.
They definitely would.
It'll be brutal to keep up with.
Yeah. So, dude, I mean, next gen, I think definitely put on a good show. I thought New Hampshire was great. That's going to take us straight into our race rating and our good, bad, and ugly. I don't even know what time it is anymore. Just compile them together. I don't even care.
All right, let's go good, bad, and ugly. We'll burn through.
Good of the weekend was that we had a new winner.
Yep.
I really liked we had a new winner, and add more drama to the pot is Christopher Bell gets it done, and now we got 14 winners.
The good for me was Loudon, New Hampshire. Put on a good show. Happy to see it. And I know that you talked about, we've had some snooze fests here back in the day. They've been getting better. I think this was a race that really are opening people's eyes to how good New Hampshire actually is.
Yeah, keep New Hampshire on schedule. I think it's here to stay.
I think this was the race that will convince people, hey, it's a pretty fucking good track.
It was a racer's race. That's what it felt like.
Yep, 100%. I think I saw a lot of people bitching about it in like stage 1, complaining about it. And then the more the race went, less complaints. And then by stage 3, people were like, this race is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It was a slow burn.
The bad, yes, good. It was a good, slow, smooth pour. Was the bad for me was that Christopher Bell also got the win, and it put Kevin even farther back, 68 points out of the cut. It hurts, and it's not a big deal because I don't even care about the playoffs anymore.
By the way, I was just reading some comments by Jared. Tony Stewart left 20 at the same age, and
Jared
left Gibbs and was replaced with a 19-year-old Joey Logano. Ty Gibbs is 19.
Shut up!
I fucking love it. Thank you, Jared.
I love Jared, dude.
He's the best, man. Keep these coming. That's such a good conspiracy theory.
Can't wait to do some fucking mushrooms with Jared.
For real, I'm down. The bad for me. I was gonna save this one for ugly. I guess the bad for me was Austin Dillon bumping into
Getting his
Brad.
ass body slammed by Brad.
First of all, if you're gonna bump into somebody out there, even on caution, don't choose Brad. You know he's gonna retaliate. My favorite thing was the commentators being like, "This is very uncharacteristic for Brad Keselowski. He's usually very level-headed." And I'm like, "Are we talking about the same Brad Keselowski?"
The
Like,
psychopath of Brad Keselowski.
yeah, like there's a couple drivers I know will retaliate, and he would be on my list. Yeah, bad move, man. Don't know what you were mad about and why you did it, but clearly it didn't work out in your favor.
No, I love the retaliation from Brad K. My ugly was the dick sucking of Chase Elliott.
Yeah,
that was
same.
the NBC broadcast.
Yep.
It would seem like they were jerking him off from the green flag. It seemed like it was the Chase Elliott show. I didn't get to see it at Atlanta, but I heard all the rumors, and it was like, okay, NBC, I fucking love you.
We love you,
great.
NBC.
You are gold. God, thank you for your coverage. But what is going on with this like Chase Elliott NBC fucking butt hugging?
Yeah, it's like I understand it. It makes sense because of the relationships that are there. It's just getting way too much, and it's become too obvious for everybody to ignore at this point. So like, it's kind of like the Fox thing with the kids. We noticed it after a couple races, and then we were like, okay, this is getting weird. It's become the kids thing.
Yeah, their kid thing is
jerking off, and it's more disturbing. I'd rather go back to the
kids. And what's with the mustache? Chase, knock it off, dude. You're not.
I actually like the mustache.
I just think he's a poser. He's trying to be cool. Like Chase, like
I don't care, man. I think it makes him look cooler. I like it.
Well, I hate Chase Elliott with everything in my heart. So
I don't hate Chase Elliott. That's the thing.
God,
I have no problem with him as a person.
Honestly, I like Bubba more than I like Chase Elliott.
Oh, whoa, dude.
Whoa. Yeah, I don't even like.
What don't you like about him as a person?
I dislike Chase, or I dislike Bubba, but I fucking hate Chase.
Okay, but why? Like him as a person, what is it?
Like as a driver or as a person?
No, as a person.
As a person, he's fucking boring.
No, now he has a mustache. He's not boring anymore.
No, he's a boring guy with a mustache. He's a poser.
It's like you take a boring, plain guy and he just
put a mustache.
And he's like,
no, he's fucking boring. Second off, he's a fucking hypocrite. He can't pass anybody without fucking.
You keep talking about driving. I said him as a person. Stick with driving.
Second off, okay. As a person, he's fucking lame. Never been to the pool. Never been to the pool hall. Peepaw, hound the siren.
I don't mind him as a person. He seems like a pretty chill dude, honestly.
I think he's a fucking liar.
I bet he would actually be a pretty cool dude to be friends with.
That's the thing. I have friends that like met him at a
we've talked
bar,
and they've said good things.
And they were like, dude, he was so chill. Like he was the champion and was like, hey, what's up?
I think he's probably a chill dude. It's just for me.
The sad thing is that's what's gonna happen is I'm gonna end up like running into him at a bar, like playing pool with Chase Elliott, and I'm gonna be like, dude, he's so cool.
You know you will, dude. You'll be like, I still fucking hate him.
Dude, he was so cool. I got him to autograph my Kevin hat.
He was cool enough to autograph my Kevin hat. It's just, I think as a person, he's probably a pretty chill dude, but I can't stand the way he drives. Like you said, he's a hypocrite.
It's the running into people and whining when people run into you.
That's the thing. I don't mind him running into people. It's him, being a crybaby when it happens to him. That's annoying. And just his fan base like ruins it. So
his fan base is straight out of the Hills Have Eyes. So
dude, that one dude, we need to have him on the podcast.
Holy shit. Dude, we love Chase. We need you on the show.
No, I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna be like, we fucking hate Chase, but we love you and your content. Like, we want you to do some crazy shit on our podcast.
Dude, we'll talk after this show.
Yeah, we actually need to get Why have we not gotten him yet? Watch, Jared's already like taking notes. He's like, fuck. That's a good idea. We need to get him.
That is a fucking good idea.
Watch, LTC is going to swoop in and get him like next week because fucking Jared's going to tell him I said this. I swear if it happens, just know I fucking called it.
Dude, I don't know if you knew this, but Jared's going to Pocono and we're going to Pocono this week. I'm super fucking nervous.
Hold on.
What?
What's your race rating?
Oh, fuck. Race rating I don't even remember where the fuck we were. But this race, I thought it was decent.
Yep.
And goddamn, I want to give this race a fucking 7-8. Is that what you guessed? Is that what you were saying?
I fucking have 7-8 written down on my phone. I swear to God.
It's okay. We can think alike sometimes.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Yeah. I feel like I hyped this race up a lot this episode. And to give it a 7-8 might seem weird because it's kind of low compared to some of the other races. I'm hyping it up because I think people talk shit about New Hampshire and it's so much better than people give it credit for. Was it one of the best races of the year? No.
It was a good race.
It's above the middle.
Yeah.
It's above the middle. Like, so it is.
I loved it from start to finish. Like, even though I thought Chase was going to win, I was like, no. Like, it was a good race. Like, comers, goers, guys finding it out, guys losing it.
Yeah. It was just outside of 8. I mean, it was a great race. Great race. Totally enjoyed it. Pocono,
dude. I'm very nervous. The Poconos. Head up to the Poconos.
No, we're not literally coming. He said we're coming. He means NASCAR.
Jared, I would never, ever go to Pocono and not have you as my chauffeur.
Yeah.
There's another thing we need to book in the bag because we've been talking about Jared coming to Atlanta or Talladega and us going up to the Poconos. So
taking a trip up to the Poconos.
So I think I'm super nervous. I think we either see a fucking stinger of a Pocono race, like it's going to be good, or it might be like way worse than we ever imagined. I don't know what to think. I hope the cars race good. They've been putting on. I just hope for a better race. I hope like Pocono's been okay the last couple of years. I hope the next gen puts on a show. I hope we see a good race.
I think we're gonna see a race that's like not quite as good as New Hampshire.
No, yeah, I could see.
But here, let me look. I got my list. But better than
Phoenix.
Like probably around Gateway.
Yeah,
I'm thinking it's going to be around a Gateway.
Just kind of
if I had to guess.
There's some little moments. Like I can see some guys getting some bumpers flared or something. I don't know. I mean, Denny Hamlin's not going to do anything, so there's nothing to watch there. I don't know why they keep filming that.
If I'm making a prediction for how the race is going to end up being, like for my rating, it would be like a low 7.
Well, here's another thing. Just throw it out there. We've always had some brake rotor issues in the old car going into turns and guys flipping into the turns and killing themselves. These new cars have had rotor problems. They have cracks,
getting loose easily.
Guys breaking rotors, blah, blah, blah. Is like, this is going to be a true test of these new brakes.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. I'd be
okay with a I'm good with a good old and Pocono's in the perfect part of the season to have a good old strategy race.
Yep.
The thing is, when there's a strategy race, people be like, boo, this race was boring.
100%.
Okay, I'm sorry you didn't watch NASCAR
It'll be
for the last
boring.
20 years.
Hey, by the way, have you done the rating for Jeff Gluck's new poll on like his website?
I did it on my drive down here this morning.
Okay, cool. Because just so everybody knows,
it's Jeff a pain in the ass, but I did it for the sake of Jeff Gluck.
Yeah,
I did it. Is you got to log in your Gmail account.
Oh,
and,
really?
Type in, you have to you click the link and it takes you to Gmail, and it's like log in your email. Like you have to do your email and your password, and then it takes you to the link and you have to vote.
Yeah,
and then thanks for voting.
So for anyone that's unaware, I'm pretty sure everyone is probably aware at this point. Jeff Gluck decided to do away with his infamous Twitter poll.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but I did it for the sacredity.
So he got rid of his Twitter poll because he started to notice there was some movements that didn't make sense. Which, as someone that's done Twitter polls, you can see it does happen. I've been part of some really big, massive polls before, and you'll just randomly see jumps within like 5 minutes, and you're like, that doesn't track. What happens is people are able to buy bots to vote on things, and he started noticing it on some of his races, on some of the polls for races, and he felt like it was being skewed, and he shouldn't be publishing skewed results, which I do respect. I mean, I think I like to know that it's accurate. So what he's done now,
poll gotten so much notoriety to where it was well, how did the fan base like the race?
Yeah, literally, I think NASCAR goes to him and it's like, okay, let's see what the fans think. So just to make sure that doesn't happen, he'll post like a link and you just go to that and it's to his website.
Yeah.
As Dakota just said, you'll just have to like sign in with your Gmail account. The reason that they do that is to really validate that it's a real person, which
Yeah.
I kind of respect. Like I'm happy he's cleaned
Hey,
it
go
up.
on there and vote now.
It's going to be an
It
extremely
just took
accurate.
like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I like knowing that this is going to be legit. No one.
I think it's gonna change a lot. Like now, it's gonna be like, oh, this voted for this,
and it's only going to be the really kind of the diehard fans that will take the time to go out of their way to vote.
That was the thing. I almost got a point where I was like, oh well, fuck this, and I was like, no, I'm doing it for Jeff.
No, yeah, I like it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Do you want to do our picks for Pocono?
Let's get the Pocono at the line picks in. We ain't got much time left, but
I wish I could do like a full Philly accent, regardless of just saying Pocono, but I can't.
The Poconos, got to get stuff ahead of the Poconos. So I'm gonna jump straight into my underdog pick of the week, and goddamn, he won here before. I'm just gonna keep picking him. I've been picking him a lot this year. Chris Buescher in the 17, I think, is a sleeper underdog here. I think he's had speed at times, and he's been there. He's got a win here at the Poconos, rain or shine. I don't know what the weather is this weekend, but that's my pick for underdog.
Underdog rules. They can't have a win this season, right?
Yeah. No wins this season, and no win or no playoff burst last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say Daniel Suarez.
Yeah, that's not an underdog.
Oh, he's gotten one win, and he wasn't in the playoffs last year, so don't act like that's way off.
Dude, he's so hot right now.
Yeah, I know. I thought I fucking found a good. You know what? Just for the sake of my well-being, I'm gonna say Austin Dillon.
That is a good solid pick.
I mean, he got wasn't he top 10 last year here? I believe he was.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was top 10 last year. And just for the sake of my sanity, I would love to see my driver in the playoffs. Both two RCR cars in the playoffs. When's the last time
I totally see 83 winning Daytona.
The what?
I totally see 83 winning Daytona.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
So going straight in my race winner of the week, I'm going MTJ. I think the 19 has been knocking the door too many times. I think he gets the winner.
Okay.
How's Kyle Busch underdog?
No, he's saying winner Kyle Busch, underdog Harrison.
Oh.
Fuel mileage win.
Harrison Burton. Oh, God, that would be so... Dude, God. That's the only thing. Can you imagine if, like, fucking Harrison Burton's in the playoffs with his... Oh, dude, it'll be an uproar. Oh, God. But I'm taking MTJ. I think the 19 gets it done. He's super good here at Pocono. As long as you get the setup right, fuel mileage, so be it. I'll take the 19.
You know what? I'll go Kevin Harvick. He needs to get a win.
God bless you, sir. Thank you so much.
Another good underdog pick, by the way, just thought about Bubba Wallace.
He's been like quietly good at Pocono. I don't know what.
And he's been doing really well lately. Yeah, last year he had a P5.
Good in, yeah.
So, yeah, that actually is a really good underdog.
Oh, I'm picking Bubba at Daytona all day.
Yeah.
They're going to bring a fucking rocket down there.
I'm probably going to go Austin Dillon there,
but yeah, man, that takes it to our at the line pick. It was fun. It was great. I think Pocono is going to be a good race. I'm going to be kicking back watching. Probably won't be on the episode next week, but I'll be tuning in.
I'd be surprised if you are.
I will as well.
But apparently Jared's going to be here. So even better. That's an upgrade.
Jared, welcome. Break down the Poconos. I might chime in the comments, hopefully. But yeah, it's kind of shitty. Great timing.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, I like that. Hey, I'll do another episode of Chairgatin. Always brought to you by Eats Official. Discount code Chairgatin in shipping with 10% off. You can look as cool as we do in the Poconos, and you can keep that sun off your face.
And the booty in your face. All right.
All right.
Dakota, it was great having you. I'll see the rest of y'all next week.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.